Hi everyone, welcome to our training call for our first week. Everybody's doing so awesome. Y'all did so many huge things in prep week, and so that's awesome. Everybody is getting it and understanding it. It takes a little while, but y'all are doing awesome. And so I wanted to hop on here. I want to talk about a couple tips for success and talk about Easter weekend that we have coming up this weekend. So, the first thing is, what do I always say? Progress, not perfection. So, I just want to remind everybody again to focus on the progress that we're making. We're making a lot of really good, big changes for our body. And so, I want us to focus on the good. And so, let's not focus on the bad things, or I shouldn't have eaten this, or I should have done this, or I didn't do the workout. Like, it's okay. We're doing a lot of really good things. So let's focus on those. Take the pressure off of your shoulders for getting everything right, because you're doing a lot of really good things. The food cycle is hard to get, but once you get the food cycle with the different days, you got it. It doesn't change. So every single week, every Monday is the same, every Tuesday is the same, every Wednesday is the same, so everything stays the same. So once you get it and you understand it, then you got it and you're good. So, but everybody's doing a really good job with those. A reminder of what a macro is. So in this program, we track our macros. We don't count calories. So we are tracking our macros, which are our fats, our carbs, and our proteins. And so we're keeping up with those. We're making sure that we're fueling our bodies with the right healthy, nutritious foods. So for one of our first tips is going to be enter your meals in MyFitnessPal. This is such an awesome tool, and I hope that everybody's using it and plugging in their food like the night before or the morning of. For a long time I was really good at doing it the night before, and this past probably week and a half we have been so busy, and so I haven't been able to the night before, but I will wake up in the morning and plug some things in. Sometimes I'll lay in bed and be like, okay, I know I'm gonna have turkey, and I know I'm gonna have this or this oatmeal or whatever it is, and so I'll plug it in, but as often as you can, go ahead and pre-plug it in. That is one of the biggest tips to success that I can give you, so you know where you're going to be at. Another thing that I do is if I have some of it planned out and I'm somewhere and I want to eat whatever it is, I'll go ahead and plug it in my app and see how many carbs or how many fats or whatever it's going to use of my macros, and see if I want to use that much towards it. Because sometimes I plug it in and I'm like, nope, never mind. I'm not willing to give up all these carbs for this because I want something else later or whatever it is. And so go ahead and plug things in even before you eat them, if it's a snack or whatever, just to see if it's something that you really want to invest in and eat. So there's that. Another tip on low carb day is have some snacks available and ready to go to. And really, this can be for any day. I talk about low carb day because I feel like that's one of the more challenging days for people, and people don't really know. But if you keep your snacks on hand, I always have almonds with me, and so I carry this around with me in my car and in my bag. And so almonds, beef jerky. I bought hard-boiled eggs this week, and I put either just pepper or everything but the bagel seasoning on it, or even a little hot sauce. I can't eat hard-boiled eggs plain, so I have to mix it in with something or put a little seasoning on it, but they're an awesome snack to have. So just have those ready. Raw veggies cut up is another really good one, so you can grab and eat those. All right, so I know I talk a lot about water, but we want to make sure that we're drinking a lot of water. So the same trigger that tells our brain we're hungry also tells us that we're thirsty. And so in the morning, we wake up, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Sometimes it's just that I'm thirsty, and most of the time it's that I'm thirsty. And so I'll drink a big old glass of lukewarm water just because I can drink it quicker. I feel like it absorbs a little bit better. And so I'll drink that, and then I'll have my coffee, and then I'll continue on with water, and sometimes I'll have a tea if I want, but usually it's just water and then coffee, and then I'll finish getting in my water. But just make sure that you're getting in plenty of that. And if you're hungry, you're drinking some water first, because maybe it's just that you're thirsty and you're not really hungry. Another great tip is to mix up your proteins. And so if you're already kind of tired of eating the same thing over and over, vary what you're eating. So I eat a lot of the same things, but sometimes I do get sick of what I'm eating and I'm like, oh, I cannot eat another tuna salad, or whatever it is. And so if you're eating a lot of chicken, maybe eat some turkey or try some fish or shrimp or whatever it is, something different. This week I had a crustless quiche for dinner on Monday night, and then I had it for lunch again today. And I just made some bacon to eat on the side with it. Super simple and super yummy. And so I'm going to post that recipe sometime this week. I found it, and then I just kind of like made it up as I went too. So I'll try and figure out how I made it and get that recipe to y'all, because it's really good. And that's another thing, like just keep things simple. Like sometimes we overcomplicate things or think through things a little bit more than we should, and just keep it so simple. Like, eating these good healthy foods. I've been given some meal ideas on some things, or some snack ideas. And while we want to focus on whole food nutrition as much as possible, you will see that I did put some things like rice cakes with peanut butter and a banana on top as one of the snacks, because that's okay too, as long as we're plugging it in and we're tracking it. So I gave some ideas there. For our low carb days, again, we are going to focus on our healthy fats. So we're going to eat the same amount of protein that we would on a regular macro day. Our protein is going to be consistent, so we're going to eat our protein, and then we're going to fill in the rest with mostly those healthy fats. So we're going to eat some nuts, we're going to eat avocado, whatever it is that you want to eat. I know I cooked with avocado oil the other day. I sauteed some veggies, so that counts towards some healthy fats. Like I said, beef jerky. So we're going to fill the rest of our day with those healthy fats. And so our pie charts are going to be a little bit off that day, but that's okay. So you're going to eat over on your fats for low carb days. That's the goal. That's awesome. So we're going to have high fat, moderate protein, and that low carb on the 2 low carb days. I wanted to mention, I put up some things that I went grocery shopping on Sunday, and I put up on my Instagram, there's like a little picture with a buggy on it, and I put some of the foods that I bought in there. And so I'll try and do some grocery hauls and put those in there so that y'all can see what it is that I buy. And I kind of explain like a little bit about what I will do with it and what days it's good for. So that's on my Instagram. And then the other thing I want to talk about, the last thing, is Easter. So we have a holiday coming up this Sunday, and I just want to tell y'all, do not stress about it. I want you to enjoy the holiday, memories over macros. So we're not going to stress about, oh no, like these things have to fit in my macros. They don't. I want you to not stress about what you're eating, and I want you to enjoy the time with your family. So we're not going to worry about it. I will give you a couple of tips for things that I do on holidays, or if I know that I'm going to be eating a big meal with foods that aren't really that nutritious for me. I do a couple things. So one of the things I do is I make sure that I still drink plenty of water. And so during the day leading up to it, I'm just going to fuel my body with water. I am going to still work out if it's a workout day. And if it's not, I'm still going to try and get some movement in when I can. So if I'm somewhere and I can take the steps instead of an escalator or an elevator, I'm going to do that. If I can take a couple steps, park a little bit farther out, I'm going to do that. So I can park farther out at Kroger and walk in just to get a little bit more movement. I think every little step or movement counts. And then the other third thing I do, which again, you don't have to do, but I think makes a big difference, is I increase my fasting window as long as I can. So we're actually doing Easter Saturday and Sunday. And so I will fast. I think we're doing a late lunch on Saturday. And so I'll probably fast until we eat. So that's probably gonna be like 2 or 3. If you're fasting until 11 or 12, maybe extend that window to 12 or 1 and just kind of extend that window, maybe fast a little bit longer, leave your body at resting and burning that fat for just a little bit longer. And so I'll probably wait until like 2 or 2:30 when we eat, but I'll probably be busy. I'm going to help cook, and so I'll be helping cook, and I have to go to the grocery store, and so I'll be drinking water. But then when it's mealtime, I'm not going to feel a bit bad about anything I eat, and I'm going to eat my favorite coconut cake that we have too. So really, just enjoy this time. I did my first round over the holidays, and so I did it over Thanksgiving, and so I fasted. I think we ate at like 2:30, and so I just fasted until then, and I ate everything that I wanted, and I didn't feel bad, and I still felt great, and so we are not going to stress on Sunday. We're not going to worry about our macros and tracking that, and we're just going to enjoy time with friends and family. So that is Easter, and hopefully those couple tips kind of helped you out a little bit. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate. Y'all have been asking great questions, so continue to ask those questions. I'm here to help and to cheer you on, so feel free to ask them, and I hope everybody has had an awesome Tuesday. Tomorrow is regular macro day, and we get to eat all the carbs again.